The people I'm dealing with had nothing to do with it. And if someone can find someone that unequivocally was involved with it, I'll kill him myself.
That's businessman Jimmy Dunne. He helped orchestrate the shocking PGA LIV golf merger and was explaining that he's quite certain the Saudi-backed and super-rich LIV Tour folks did not play a role in the 9/11 attacks. Why is he saying this? Well, there's an ongoing 9/11 family's lawsuit against the Saudi government for allegedly having a role in the tragedy. So what does the deal mean for PGA and LIV? Basically, the PGA Tour is going to stay a non-for-profit entity and control how tournaments are being played. But on the business side of things, the TV rights deals and all that, that is going to be owned by a new for-profit entity called NewCo, which will be led by the Saudis' public investment fund, which will also own LIV per the New York Times. Quite a 180 from how PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan felt about LIV last year, right, Pat McAfee?
The PGA that was telling all of their golfers that if they were to go to LIV Golf, they were basically terrorists and terrible people. Jeez. And people that don't want the best for golf or for the United States or for the world or society as a whole.
So what changed? A massive amount of these, baby, like more than we could ever dream of. The PGA and LIV basically said, hey, instead of suing each other for years and getting nasty and being rivals, how about we just join forces to create a super league? People are upset because in addition to the 9/11 allegations, Saudi Arabia has a long history of human rights violations. Torture as a form of punishment, mass executions, no free speech. Women are widely discriminated against. Oh, and they also murdered an American journalist by the name of Jamal Khashoggi. Curtis Hawk tweeted, so disappointing, blood money, morality, nothing ever matters, only cash. Political media commentator Steve Schmidt added, it's hard to think of institutions in America that are not completely broken. Today, the PGA Tour joins the list in a shameful and horrendous act of profound betrayal to the United States, 9/11 families, and ethics of golf. What a disgrace. One of the strongest opponents against LIV all these years has been professional golfer Rory McIlroy, who remained firm in that stance after the deal came about, which was news to him.
I still hate LIV. Like, I hate LIV. Like, I hope it goes away, and I would fully expect that it does. And I think that's where the distinction here is. This is the PGA Tour, the DP World Tour, and the PIF. Very different from LIV. All I've tried to do is protect what the PGA Tour is and what the PGA Tour stands for, and I think it will continue to do that.
Brother Rory, please. If the PGA stood for something, they would have never agreed to the merger. Secondly, when you're combining forces with a government-controlled public investment fund that is worth about $676 billion, according to NBC News, things are going to change. Maybe not on the course per se, but everything around it. Oh, there will be a dramatic shift. Believe that. The fallout from this tentative agreement and newly formed entity could be that Saudi Arabia decides to just buy out even more leagues and players with their public investment fund. I mean, they got hundreds of billions of dollars. Hundreds of billions of dollars. Like Tuesday, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert told people at a Bloomberg Invest conference that she would consider playing a WNBA game in Saudi Arabia, even if it wouldn't be her first choice in regards to the major news. Why would you even consider subjecting your players to an environment where they will be discriminated against more than they ever have? And who knows what else could happen? The billions of dollars cannot be worth it, man. It cannot. Nonetheless, the PGA LIV deal is another sign of how capitalism wins over consciousness.